Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and you meet me here with the kind of awkward like back and forth between the A50 and me. Yeah, shit like that happens from time to time more thanks because nobody can really guess where the other person's looking to go, and I kind of give that guy the right away because I know the super Pershing is slow as fuck and the E50 is actually pretty quick. It's basically a Tiger 2 with a significantly better engine. That's basically what the E50 is, and it's actually better sloped in terms of the lower plate and the upper plate as far as I recall as well. So yeah. I'm going to start off the game here with my first shot against that WZ-132. I think the thing has like 25 side armor. I can't remember exactly. It's either 25 or 30. If it's 25, then that means I could have done damage with that shot if I hadn't hit the track. If it's 30, then I wouldn't have done damage ever. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what the actual armor value on the side armor of that thing is. Typically, it doesn't really matter because it's a light tank, and light tanks, generally, if you hit them, you're going to do damage. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of fuck around here for a while and just kind of just sit there aiming at that WZ-132, thinking he was going to give me another shot, but he didn't. So I decided to just move forward, and it's kind of a good thing I hung about there for a minute because it basically allows me to get into this position here, which allows me to just kind of get shots into this Panther 2 over here whenever I get over there. I actually forgot how slow the Pershing is, so I thought I was nearer to this position, but I was not. um, yeah, I'm actually still a little bit away from it. Yeah, the Super Pershing's slow as hell. It really is, like, really, really slow. But there's actually a lot of Super Pershings in this game, which is kind of weird to me. Because, there's 4 Super Pershings total in this game, and that's bizarre, because Super Pershing is typically not exactly the most common tier at Premium. And yeah, I probably should have aimed for his tracks in the first shot and tried to farm some assistance damage on this guy. And that's always like a good practice to get into, just like aiming for the tracks and getting the additional assistance damage. Like I actually go for the tracks there, but I miss and hit the side armor. But yeah, I'm happy enough with that there because I think the side armor on that thing's like 40 or 50. So yeah, it was pretty much guaranteed. And I did feather one's last shot off there just because I kind of wanted to track him in place there, just so somebody else could get a shot into him, and it looked like somebody else did. Somebody did 467 damage to him. I think that may have been the T-30 or something there, because I don't really see any other tanks that could have taken a shot. And you may have seen that like little jerk there I did whenever I just kind of like moved the turret up and to the right, just suddenly. That was me trying to throw off the T26E4's aim, so I could try and avoid taking any damage. And I thought that T10, when he initially fell down there, I thought he had rolled his tank, and I was like getting really excited, thinking, "Oh, I can get some damage out of this guy." But then, no, he's fine. I was a little disappointed by that, and this is one of the worst shots in World Tanks history. Um, Most of the crosshair was covering the wheel, but the one little bit of the crosshair that was not covering the wheel hit the upper front plate, and that was never penetrating in a million years. I was hoping I could track him just so I could farm some assistance damage. Like, people don't realize how much of a difference that can make to the XP total in the end of the game. Like, I had a game where I did 3,000 damage and 3,000 assistance damage, and I think it was like the WZ-111, and I like there were people who had done like 4,000, 5,000 damage in the game, and I was beating all of them because I just had so much assistance damage. And so I'm actually just going to pause this here for just a wee second. So that super Pershing there, you may have noticed I shot him. Let's see, which way is he facing? He's facing that way. So I shot him pretty much here, like just in this rear wheel here. So what this area is pretty much in the American Pershing based vehicles. So like the standard Pershing, this thing, the T26E5, the I think the Pattons are also susceptible to this, and the T32 as well. If you shoot this general area, you're actually pretty likely to set these things on fire. I think the M103 has this kind of issue as well. But most people at that kind of tier run premium fire extinguishers. That guy just happened to not be running one. I run a premium fire extinguisher on this thing, not just because I'm lazy, but because this thing here, I know for a fact this thing can catch on fire if you're running with a manual fire extinguisher, like that guy found out. So if you're ever driving one of these, manual fire extinguisher, it's better to be safe than sorry, and it's better. Like honestly, my opinion on the manual fire extinguisher is if you have like the little reduction, I think it's like a 10% reduction in the chances of fire, or 10 or 20% or something like that there, and if you have that there, and it costs 20,000 credits to put on, that'll save you that would probably save you like the 20,000 credits over a certain number of games, just because of the like passive decrease in the amount of chance there is for a fire to happen. It's like the repair speed bonus, the large repair kit and all gives. Those will like help you get your tracks and all back up faster. But the thing is, with the large repair kit, you're always going to use that in every battle. You're not guaranteed to have to use your fire extinguisher. Although American vehicles, in my experience, do seem to be a bit more prone to fires than most other vehicles these days. So yeah, now I'm basically face to face with a T10, and yeah, T10 monster gun, not gonna have any issues with me. Um, and now we're in the situation here where there's about 5 enemy tanks over there. The Emil who rolls forward and he just kind of sits there, and I just like, okay, I'll take it if you're gonna let me. And then we have the love here. I can see like the undercarriage of his tank whenever he's driving past there, and I'm like, okay, take a shot there. And I don't know what critical module I hit on him. I think, oh yeah, it was a track. I don't know how I hit his track in that situation there. Like that looked like his track was actually past where I was aiming, and I'll take it. Like, but that seemed a wee bit weird. It seemed like RNG like curved the shot or something into his track or something, because that was a wee bit weird. And honestly, you may not have noticed it, but there was like a period of like 5 or 10 seconds there where I was like sitting still and not moving forward. The reason for that is, well, there was a Borsig spotted like in this general area here. And if a Borsig is in this general area here and is able to get a shot into your side armor, well, that would kill me in one shot no matter what gun he has. 490 alpha gun, he'll kill me. 750 alpha gun, he will double kill me. So, yeah, I was being a wee bit passive there for a wee second, like a wee bit indecisive because I didn't really want to be nailed by that guy. And yeah, I actually can't remember if I fall back here or not. Let's just continue the replay here and see what happens. Like, I'm just being a wee bit indecisive about this here, kind of like sitting in the middle of the road, and then the Emil 2 appears, and I'm just like, shit! And that was really lucky. The Indian Panzer actually missed my front road wheel, and for some reason I had the indecision period here, and I reloaded a standard AP round because I saw the Emil 2 and immediately reloaded a standard round because I saw a side armor. I was thinking, oh, I could maybe poke out and get like a side shot on that guy and like get a wee bit more damage, and that was at that point where I realized that I had to fall back because the T10 was still hanging out there. I just wasted my time, and I could have got a shot into the T10, did a bit more damage there, and potentially could have got round to the Emil 2 or the Lova and gotten a wee bit more damage out of this game. So I did. That was a bit of a missed opportunity there. I could have killed the T10 by now, and I could have definitely gotten over 3,000 damage in this game. But now, as you can see, there is very little health actually left to go around on the enemy team. There's 118 on that guy, 437 on this guy. I could have had T10 dead earlier, but my reluctance to fire a prem round kind of fucked me. And at this point, I do actually load a premium round because I know the side of the turret of the T10 is actually really strong. And he has fired a shot, so now he is screwed. There's absolutely nothing he can do. Make sure I hit his lower plate, and that's him dead too. So yeah, that's just the super Pershing, just doing what it does, just like going into the city, tanking the shots, and just, well, dishing out the damage where it can. The premium rounds are really expensive in this tank, so I don't recommend firing them, and I don't fire them most of the time if I can avoid it, because I just feel like I feel like I'm just burning credits whenever I fire the premium rounds in this tank, because I'm only doing 240 alpha, but it's costing 4,400 credits to fire the shot, and I'm just like, I don't think I can really justify it. So yeah, that's that game over, and I'm not going to ramble too much actually in the gameplay. I think I'm going to, like, if I'm going to ramble long, I'm going to try to do it in the post-battle results from now on. So, yeah, let's go on to the post-battle results screens. Okay, so we are back with the post-game stats. So this was an ace tanker. I got the cool-headed medal thing. 70,000 XP, or 70,000 XP, I wish. 70,000 credits made, roughly. About 2,600 XP times 2. So, in terms of the overall place in the team, top of the team, 2,800 damage, pretty much. 1,300 XP, only about 6 less than it anyway. So, I did pretty respectable. I think that result's pretty respectable for a super Pershing in a tier 9 game. And I also blocked 560 damage and had about 1,200 assistance damage overall. I meant to say I blocked 560 damage. I might have said the wrong thing there, I'm not sure. I think that's like one 320 alpha shot and one 240 alpha shot. So yeah, but roughly about a 6 minute game. So I think that's a pretty decent profit, even though I fired two APCR rounds, which did massively reduce the actual amount of profit I did actually make in that game. Um, so yeah, that just shows you how much of a how much of a difference it can make just to fire a couple of premium rounds. Like I would have probably made about 50k in that game if I hadn't fired any premium rounds at all. So um, so I think it's about 4,400 shots, so about 8,000 credits less than it would. Yeah, it would have been about 52k if I hadn't fired any premium rounds at all. So yeah. So overall, I think the Super Pershing is a pretty decent machine. I like it. Not sure if it's for everybody because well, it's slow and it's all about the armor. But yeah. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent machine. So yeah. Let me know your opinions on the Super Pershing. I know that the tank can be a wee bit controversial sometimes because its armor is entirely based on RNG. If RNG decides screw you, then you're not going to bounce anything. But if RNG is in your favor, then you're going to bounce everything. That's basically how the Super Pershing works. It's a bit of an RNG based tank. So yeah, let me know your opinions on the tank. And do you own one? Do you think it's a good machine? Do you hate fighting them? Do you like fighting them? Do you think there's just XP pinata? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.